What the chicken eat and how they are raised, it always impacts their egg production, even their health, whether you're raising egg-laying chicken or chicken for meat. Today I'm taking you through how I raised my chicken the easiest way on this farm. We started a day with clean drinking water. I usually refill these drinkers in the evening, but yesterday I was removing the chicken droppings from some of the chicken structures and selling them immediately. So I could not refill the drinkers that evening. It was a tiresome day. And that is why I'm refilling them. I'm giving them the clean drinking water this very morning so that we can collect bigger eggs in the morning, in the middle of the day, even the left of the remaining eggs, we collect them in the evening. If you're interested in using these kind of drinkers that I use, jerry cans, in every 100 chicken, you can use 2 jerry cans, only 2, carrying 20 liters. Each of these jerry can carry 20 liters. I normally feed my chicken a complete balanced diet. That diet contains broken straw corn, all corn, maize bran, a fish meal, premix, and toxin binder. Toxin binder helps to remove all the toxins that might be in the chicken feeds or maize bran every time we stock the feeds. So we use toxin binder to kill any toxins in the brand. If the feeds are not stocked, we normally don't include toxin binder in the chicken feeds. So lastly, limestone. Today I did not include sunflower oil, a concentrate. The reason is the last 2 seasons the feeds were expensive, really expensive. So I had reduced corn in my chicken feeds and I decided to remove sunflower because once the work of sunflower in our chicken feeds is to balance the body fats. But once you include sunflower, you're balancing the body fats, but they have to reduce a little bit of their weight because fats move together with the weight. So if I reduce the fats, I have to reduce on the chicken weight. So that is why I decided to skip sunflower, because the broken that I was using was a little bit low, the kilograms that I was feeding the chicken. The laying chicken should not be extremely bigger. It might avoid them from laying every single day. Their weight has to be medium. They are not too big, but they are not too small to keep them laying daily. For the concentrate, I've been using 5%, but I skipped it. I normally I stocked the fish meal in bulky, and I decided to give the chicken fish meal. I increased the kilograms of fish meal that we use. Instead of mixing up a concentrate, it was replaced with a fish meal, and it works better. So I decided to do it like that. These are chicken medicine or herbal remedies called sunflower. Normally, I give them to my chicken. I give them greens, or I mix the greens in the drinking water. And right now, they are drinking a herbal remedy called sunflower. It is very bitter, but once they drink on all they feed on greens, they lay bigger eggs. Their health improve, their immunity always improve. So that is why I love organic, because every time I use organic, I see change in my chicken in terms of production, in terms of health. So it's better to use both. I use both the organic medication, and also I buy the medication from the vet once in a while. And do not forget to vaccinate dear my viewers, I vaccinate my chicken monthly. Newcastle and I deworm monthly. It has kept them laying and their production does not go down. Actually, their health is always good because once you vaccinate, you avoid most of the weakness from the chicken. So in addition to that, we include the herbal remedies, all organic, and also we buy the medication if it is needed. And what I love mostly on this chicken, they lay bigger eggs. Every day I get an opportunity to sell eggs to individual like my neighbors. One tray, I sell a half a tray, and also damaged eggs. Apart from feeding the damaged eggs to my dogs, I also sell them, so I don't throw any damaged eggs away. I usually grow my greens and I like to feed my greens. I eat the greens, I feed the greens to my children, and I also feed the greens to the goat. Also the eggs, we eat the eggs. Actually, we almost eat a full tray every day. We have 5, but yeah, I boil the eggs and sometimes they eat the fried eggs. So we love it because yeah, we raise our chicken, we can eat anytime we want. I want to share this also, that in most cases when the chicken are not laying many eggs in the morning, it is a sign that they cannot maximize their egg production that very day. They cannot complete the eggs they have to lay that very day. Healthy chicken always lay many eggs in the morning. In the midday, you collect the eggs that are many, but they are less than the eggs that you collected in the morning. Then in the evening, you collect few eggs that are remaining in the evening. So they are preparing themselves for the next day to lay other eggs. So once your chicken are laying many eggs in the evening, it is the sign that they are unhealthy and their production is going to go down in a few days, all in a week later. So on this farm, we normally collect many eggs in the morning, and in the middle of the day we collect other eggs. In the evening, I normally send my children to the chicken houses to collect the remaining eggs, especially if they are at home. So because that time you expect only a tray in a chicken house, each chicken house, and some of the chicken houses we find like 3 eggs remaining, half a tray like that in the evening. And that is how you can explain that my chicken are still healthy, my chicken are lacking this, like that. And it is better you the owner to learn each and everything, in that when you leave someone to help you, you can really notice that their production has gone down because of this. Yesterday I collected these kind of trays, and today they cannot go down in just one day. You miss like 3 trays. So there and then you can understand maybe someone is doing something wrong, or you bring some vitamins, or you decide to give them some antibiotic, or you decide to be there the next day and see what went wrong. Maybe they didn't collect the eggs in time and the chicken damaged the eggs. I got this comment, how can I stop my chicken from eating the eggs? My dear, no one teaches the chicken to eat eggs. They teach themselves. So the only solution is to collect the eggs in time. At least every 30 minutes, you enter the chicken house and collect the eggs. If they are eating their eggs like crazy, then the second thing, if they're laying weaker eggshells, they need some treatment. It means that they are weak. and you have to give them at least an antibiotic to strengthen their body. And lastly, you increase on limestone. They will harden their bones, and also the eggshells will harden. So it is very hard for the chicken to lay a weaker eggshell when it is not weak in the body. And most of the time, what makes the chicken healthy is to see that their eggshells are hard. Then you can understand that my chicken are very healthy. So increase on the limestone, give them some medication for 5 days, and once you remove the chicken droppings and you give them the new beddings, their production always reduces that very day and the eggshell weakens. But you just give them a little bit of antibiotic, they'll go normal within 3 days. Thank you so much. I love you all. Let's meet. Mwah.